All right. Hey, everybody. Apologize for those little bit of problems we had earlier. This is Billy Rainford from Direct Motocross, and we're continuing our weekly, our daily talks here with Dusty Heacock there. You see on the right side of your screen. And he's got a guest here tonight from Portugal here. We've got, well, he's not from Portugal, he's from Canada, but it's Wayne Brogan there. Hey, guys. How you doing?
Hey, good, Billy. Awesome.
Now, I've done this a whole bunch of times live. So we got the globe here. So these guys have flown over.
There. No, that's the wrong spot. Yeah.
They're way over here. There's England, France. There's Spain and Portugal. So that's where these guys are. I see England. I see France. Okay.
It's a rhyme, wasn't that? It's a rhyme.
I see you guys in your underpants. Who knows what you got on there? But hey, all right. Well, it's day 4 over there in Portugal. You're talking about Team Canada ISDE. The 6 days. We're 4 days into it. There's only 2 days left, guys. That's it.
Yeah. Good luck. Yeah, 2 days left. Today was a brutal day. Today was a big brutal day. The same course as yesterday, but worse.
Oh yeah. Well, tell us about it. Let's start off. Okay. First 2 days were the same course. Today you guys moved on to another area. So how was that? I mean, the weather. How was it?
Yeah, today was the same course as yesterday, and rain again most of the first half of the loop for them.
Oh, perfect.
And they added the vintage class today, so they had some big struggles with the vintage riders trying to get through that muddy mess and the rocks. It was the riders were kind of comparing it to our corduroy enduro trails, with how many rocks and stuff there were today. So, yeah, some pretty gnarly stuff again today. And the boys did pretty good. They were getting in the girls team, getting pretty tired, but Australia's out today. As of today, they're all out.
With the broken arm, I saw like the broken arm.
That was one of the Australian women had a problem, and I think Janny had another. One of the Canadian women also had a couple of crashes that took her out of the event. So one of the Canadian women's team is gone. So they're down to 2. So they're no longer two riders. Yeah, unfortunately.
Right. Yeah, she's had a rough go then, huh?
Yeah, she's had a really rough go. She pushed really hard. She did really well. So she wasn't giving up. No, she wasn't giving up until she's been to the hospital and got stitches, and I think she's back there now to get it redone again, just because it was bleeding pretty good. So they were changing her bandages. So, but they took good care of her, X-rayed her, and got her fixed up. So.
Oh man, okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of attrition today. A bunch of the teams lost 1 or 2 riders. Yep. Through it in the junior, the top trophy teams, and ladies teams. So yeah, today was a big day for people not finishing due to conditions, breaking bikes, getting hurt. So.
Okay, so we're talking about the women's run right now. So she's out, but that means Melissa and Shelby they'll continue. They're going to continue, but obviously they're not.
Shelby's doing really well. She's doing awesome. She's up to 7th or 8th place overall in the ladies class. Yeah, I think she's 7th. Doing amazing after today.
So she'll continue, she'll finish the thing and try to get her time, try to get her gold time. Same with Melissa Hart and stuff, right? So they'll continue. Yeah. The team, obviously, the team prize is toast, but individually they'll go.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, now let's move over to the junior guys. I mean, your son Ryder Heacock, how did he do? And I know there were some tears maybe from your son there, Wayne, but we got to joke about that because Ryder put that up on his Instagram. Tell that story, Ryder. That was great. Oh, sorry. Yeah, Dusty.
Yeah. So junior boys are doing really well. Really well. Yeah. Ryder rode awesome today. So did Owen and Theo. The 3 of them are just plugging away and getting through all the tough stuff and getting past all the guys that are stuck out on the hills and stuff. So they finished 7th today as a team, which is awesome. Amazing. And I think they're sitting 8th overall now after 4 days of all the teams here. So yeah, the junior team is doing awesome for a bunch of young guys, because you can tell their spirit when they come in. Each time they come into our check, they were just all in good spirits and talking to one another and kind of joking. And it's always, to me, is always a good sign of their enthusiasm and wanting to keep going and not getting down and keeping a good
positive focus on getting through the trail.
Okay, now talk about, because that was a hilarious thing. You told me the story earlier, Dusty, but the whole peanut butter sandwich thing, the club sandwich, come on.
So the club team with Tyler, Phil, and Connor, they're doing awesome as well. Tyler still leading C1, which is club team.
Amazing.
Had some few issues with his bikes, and we're just trying to work him through every check. So he's getting a little frustrated with that, but we're working Tyler through all that stuff, so that's good. Phil is. You got
to check his pulse with Phil. He comes into the check and just does his thing and sits down and go, "Chip, you okay, Phil? You okay?" He just keeps going and going. Amazing guy.
I think this is his sixth day, so he knows what he's doing. He's just pretty calm and just gets his bike work done that he has in a few minutes and eats, and he's always got a smile on his face, and you can joke around with it a little bit. So, and then Connor is having a good ride as well. He's at one of the way his times. He's one of the last guys to come through in the club guys, so he's all by himself when we come to the service spot. So he gets special attention. He gets special attention because he gets everyone at the check crews helping him out at each stop. But he sat down and he's like, typical Connor. He's like, "Man, that trail was awful, but man, was it ever fun?" He was like joking around, and he said it was nasty, but he was having fun. And then sitting in his chair, and we're like, "Here, we got some sandwiches for you, peanut butter sandwiches." What we do is we cut them up into little 1-inch squares so they can just pop them in their mouth real easy and chew them. And it's like, man, I just can't eat any more of these sandwiches. This is the 4th day in a row they've been eating them. Anyway, so we had a bit of a break between loops, so the girls went into town and had lunch and warmed up, and Jake and I sat in the cold and kept the tent from blowing away because that was a big problem today.
Big time.
And the girls brought us back club sandwiches and fries, so I ate all mine, of course. Jake saved some because he couldn't eat it all. So he's like, "Oh, Connor, I got half a clubhouse sandwich," and Connor's like, "You do?" And we're like, "Oh yeah." So he's like, he took one bite of it, and he was just like, I think the emotion of working his way, like he had ridden 250 kilometers to get to that point in the gnarliest stuff, and he took a bite of this clubhouse sandwich that was just amazing, and he just like his emotion of just being tired and thankful for the sandwich that were there, and just the whole thing, I think, has just kind of released some of his emotion, and it carried him on for the rest of the day. So yeah, he was pretty stoked, as Connor likes to say. He was stoked that he got that sandwich.
Now he was just there a second ago, and we were joking about it. Has he gone to bed now, or is he still there?
Oh yeah, he's gone to bed. He's gone to bed. Oh no, wait a sec, I'll get him.
It was funny because I sent a text message to Jake asking what Connor's spirit was. Every time when he comes into our check, he shows his true emotions with his parents, but when he's in everybody else's check, he's joking and jovial and happy and always good. So Dustin's wife Dee sent me a text message saying we just gave Connor a quarter of a club sandwich, and he's ecstatic now, and he's all good. He's good to go now. And it's an LOL message, and I thought, okay, that's really good. It was fun.
All right, so so tomorrow, let's talk what's about. Actually, you know what, Dusty, you mentioned earlier too. There was some crazy stuff happened there today.
Yeah, they had a few incidents on course. Hopefully everyone's all right. We haven't heard any details about it, but yeah, so a couple riders got injured today, anyways, yeah, and then they had some trouble with the ambulance getting there.
Yeah, flipping upside down off a bridge.
They're kind of in a remote area where they are, and yeah, the ambulance was trying to go across a rickety bridge and kind of fell off the bridge. So I think everyone's okay as far as that goes, but yeah, it rerouted a bunch of stuff because they made the trail impassable and that. So once again, just the tough terrain and the weather kind of delayed stuff today for sure.
The wind bursts were even having a hard time with the check crews and for the gas stops, that the tents, big 20-foot tents were getting picked up and blown away. I have 3 or 4 pictures of all the pro teams losing their tents and having to fold them all up and getting broken tents, and they're all the wind bursts and the weather bursts coming across the mountain were just unbelievable. We spent more time hanging onto their tent to not let it blow away for the whole day. Our arms are all killing us, but we survived the whole day, and the tent was intact, and we were one of the only ones that left our tent up.
We lost a tent yesterday. Well, we lost one today too, but it didn't get broken. It flew about 40 feet away.
Wow. Hey, now how about talking about the course is just grueling, and some of the stuff is so tough, like the pictures of the bottlenecks and things like that. How about these guys coming out there and trying to ride this stuff on vintage bikes? What's wrong with those guys? What's wrong with them?
I probably, I don't know how many started, but I bet you I saw 8 of them without back fenders on them. Yeah. And some of them are really old, like early 70s, so they're having to hold the thing wide open with the clutch in and dumping the clutch trying to get up some of these hills, and they were scattered everywhere, apparently. But it's too bad because some of them are pretty nice.
Oh, I was watching so many of them go by me and thinking, hey, I rode one of those. That's in perfect condition. Why would you want to take it up that mountain and do that? They'll bring it back here. Bring it back here. Yeah, they were getting pretty beat up today, those old big time.
Now, are you guys hanging out with the vintage guys too? Are they all kind of hanging out with Team Canada?
Yeah. We've got 6 riders on the Canadian team riding vintage bikes, so they come in about an hour after our last club rider for fuel, and they just do one loop. So we're servicing those guys as well.
Oh.
So, Frederick from Quebec, 2 years ago in France, he won the age class of the bike overall 2 years ago. So he won the class. So he's a favorite to win it again this year. So.
Oh, cool. Okay, so what we got tomorrow? Same course, right?
Tomorrow, different course again, but some of the transfer trail is the same, but backwards. So the big uphills are now going to be downhills.
Connor was concerned about that going to bed. He thought he was looking backwards as he's coming down the hills and seeing the blue flags going up the hills. And he said, Dad, I don't know how I'm going to make up those hills, but I'm going to give it a good shot. So he's got the good spirit. He's going to keep going.
Oh, man, okay. Now, how about, you mentioned also, is there an issue with day 6? What's going on there?
Still haven't, they're still in a delegate. Every night they have a delegation meeting, so they kind of go over what happened through the day. So a member from each country goes to this meeting with the FIM and the organizer, and they discuss any issues that happened during the day. And they were supposed to do a course.
Okay, sorry, we were cut off there briefly there. Sorry, we're talking about Saturday, day 6.
Yeah, we're not sure yet.
They haven't updated the GPS coordinates for the final motocross. So it's still showing 98 kilometers away. So they're thinking, as Dustin was saying, that they're going to put a track on site for it. But I don't know about Dustin, but I don't know how they're going to put a motocross track on to do loops or a loop around.
Because they do, they usually do like a 20 to 30 person start, so they need it wide enough to do that safely. So they have the test tracks aren't that wide, so to try and race with 30 guys, and they're super, super dusty.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like
right.
The dust is just settling from yesterday. It's so dusty.
Oh, man. Yeah, I know. I've been watching the highlight videos, of course, and yeah, it looks, I guess they leave it like that. It's okay when you're single file, but to put a bunch of guys in.
To put 30 people in there, whatever they're going to do, it's not very safe. So
right.
Whatever, yeah. So no word yet on what they're going to do for that. So.
All right. Well, tomorrow when we fumble around trying to get this working, maybe we'll have an answer. But I'm going to try to find out why the live thing wasn't. I don't know if it's the update, like we said, or what it is, but we'll try to figure that out. But all right, guys. Well, let's let you go there. That's it looks like we caught up on everybody, and yeah, man. Good luck tomorrow. Early start again tomorrow. I'm sure it's the same every day, right?
Oh yeah, same tomorrow. Yep. Everyone's they're tired, but they're feeling good. They got another day in them for sure.
Now, what's the biggest complaint for the people? Like, what's it like?
Just wind. The wind for us, doing the crew stuff, is the wind and holding the tents down. But for the riders, it's the gust. It's the weather in and the weather out. It's hot. It's wet. It's getting tough.
It's just like it's supposed to be.
6 days.
Yeah, it's tough. Yeah, Whether the wind was up on the mountain was really strong. They said they were almost not quite at 45 degrees, but they were like
Oh wow.
riding in the road like this, trying to just ride along, and you're getting their goggles were getting wet, and they took. Well, Connor said he took them off, and that was a bad mistake because then he couldn't see anything with his goggles off. So, but yeah, so we'll see. Hopefully, tomorrow everyone's in good spirits. The Team Masseuse. Stephanie, we'd like to thank her. She's been working.
Awesome.
Yeah, she's
been a
been
big difference.
Massaging everyone on the team. She's booked solid until she can't do it anymore, I think. So
Nice.
everyone's been getting 20-minute, 30-minute massages after the ride tonight.
Oh wow, that's awesome. Amazing. And how nice are some of those? Was it MJS photos? Holy smoke! Some of her photos are amazing.
She's
amazing.
Amazing photos. I sent you a couple links to that, but yeah, she's with Cato from the States, traveling around with him.
Okay.
So they're getting in, they're hiking quite a bit to get into the woods there to get some of those photos. And
yeah, just beautiful the way she's capturing the whole, like not just a close up, but just catching the whole way it looks. Right, looks great.
She's doing some amazing photos. Yeah, she was in the hotel test there today, taking some through a building just to give it a little different feel. Yeah, it looks just, I don't know, whatever the filter or whatever she's using that really makes those photos.
Yeah, it looks great.
Yeah.
Well, hey guys, let's end it there for tonight, and we'll catch back up tomorrow. Hopefully, you guys make it through another day. Thanks. We got to mention Blackstock Motorsports, Dusty, because I really appreciate you doing this. There it is. There, stop in there for your huge discount when you mention this ISDE broadcast. I don't know. Just kidding.
Yes, they had a busy day yesterday. They had the new T7 there on display yesterday. So
what's the T7?
I can test ride.
No, just no test rides.
Oh, come on.
New Tenere 700, new adventure bike from Yamaha.
Yamaha, yeah.
Yeah, they sold a few, got some deposits on them, so they're pretty happy about that. So.
Oh, cool. Okay.
So it's been traveling across the country, going to Yamaha dealers on kind of display, so getting a sneak peek to it. So
that's bring one to Portugal for us to take
no,
for a ride.
Come
on, what's going on? I'm getting ripped off here.
All right, guys. Well, hey, this is fun doing with the two of you guys here too. That's cool. That's with the Canada flag there. I think it looks like something's going on. So that's awesome. Thank you very much for joining us there, Wayne. That's amazing. So good luck tomorrow, guys. Get some sleep, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.
Motorsport too.
All right. See you guys. Thank you very much.
Take care.